But stop thinking about baseball for a minute. And why would stuff like this start to make sense? Mission Rock Project, entertainment, Bay Area. The Giants would do something like this because they're competing with the Warriors and the 49ers. We got to open up the books and get all the stars for baseball reasons and for all the non-baseball reasons. Try this one on for size. I bet that most of you, and to a degree me included, you're going to hear this and it's like, it's no big deal. I'm not sitting here telling you this means this is a rumor. I'm more interested into what this idea represents for Giants baseball. Our good old friend, the author of Arson Judge, John Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
Odyssey Baseball Insider, by the way. Listen to this conversation on MLB Network. They're talking about star outfielder Kyle Tucker, plays for the Cubs. We knew he was available from the Astros. We all have it on pretty good authority. Giants tried. They tried to put a trade package together to get Kyle Tucker. But Kyle's going to be a free agent. Is he going to go back to the Cubs? Not necessarily, because the basis of this conversation was, I don't think the Cubs are going to have much success signing him to an extension during the year. So in other words, Kyle's going to get to free agency. Listen to what happens. This is on MLB Central, MLB Network.
Looking at him, he's not a pitcher. There's no risk. He was a number 5 overall pick. He's made a lot of money. He is one of the most, if not the most consistent hitter in baseball. So it's going to be very difficult. But the Cubs are, it's a big market team. They're doing very well. They need to give it a try. That said, once the guy's a free agent, he's only been there a year. There are going to be other teams in there. Never count the San Francisco Giants at this point. They look like an aggressive team, as we've seen. And the Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox have a lot of outfielders, but we've heard of Durant potentially on the market. They would be a possibility as well.
Okay. So John Heyman says Kyle Tucker could hit free agency, and I give you 2 teams that I think will probably come after him pretty hard. Giants and the Red Sox. I get the Red Sox. Red Sox are looking for a middle order hitter. I wonder why.
Yeah.
I can tell you that if I were a middle of the order hitter, I wouldn't even take their phone call right now based on the way they treat stars. But whatever.
Depends on whether or not they are going to replace him in right field or not. Yep. Are they going to let him actually play the position that he likes to play?
I don't know. Or just whatever. Who knows? If the price is right, they'll go anywhere. I get that. It's still Boston. The fact that John first brings up the San Francisco Giants, who already have now big dollar amounts out to Devers and Adames and Chapman, and to a degree, you got to think about these pitchers now, to a degree, Logan Webb, etc. For me, what defines this era of Dodger baseball is every time they get the big fish, and you're like, okay, they've got their big fish, but there's a new big fish available, they get him too. And then the next one comes, and they get him too. And it's been going on and on and on. It went from Mookie Betts to Freddie Freeman to Shohei Ohtani, and then even on the mound when they were grabbing Tyler Glasnow, and then they would go get Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and then the Giants wanted Roki Sasaki, and the Dodgers got Roki Sasaki, and then they went and got Blake Snell. The idea of what the Dodgers are doing is they are like, we are just going to financially drown the competition. There's only a handful of teams out there that can even flirt with playing the game of trying to stay with them. And whether you believe me or not, the Giants are one of them. And so what I wonder now that Devers is here, I know a lot of Giants fans sat back and went, okay, the Giants are aggressive. We got our guys now. Dibs, is this just going to keep going? Is this just
it's allowed to?
It sure is.
All you have to do to answer that question is watch a Giants game and watch what happens when there's a fly ball going foul down the first base line, and you look out over the last corner of the upper deck and you see it's got to be a 15-story behemoth of a building, and then you look at that entire splotch of land and you go, man, there's a lot of buildings on here all of a sudden. Cha-ching! The construction there, it's not completed, but that thing is going to be an absolute factory of money. And you look at their contracts right now, and I did a deep dive, and we can get into the deep dive a little later on all the stuff.
Deep dive, yeah.
They 5 players that they have under contract, total $700 million that they still have to pay these players.
Stretched out over a number of years.
Correct.
Yeah.
8 years for Devers, and his number's the biggest of all the numbers. But, with Webb, Lee, Chapman, Adames, and Devers, that all adds up to them owing $700 million. So what's another $200 million over the course of 6 or 7 years if you're looking to get Tucker? So can it continue? Yes. Will it continue? Based on what they've done recently, my answer now is yes.
Yeah. The big reason there, it's not just the Giants' willingness. It's now, does Kyle Tucker, when the Giants call, there's 2 things they have that they didn't have before. Number 1, they have Buster Posey. Number 2, you've got a lineup that another player will look at and go, add me to that, and we're going to be winning.
Yeah.
We're going to win some baseball games.
Exactly. And you have a team now that is showing you that they're willing to go out there and spend. Chapman gets an extension, Adames gets a big deal, and you go out and you get Devers. And if you think that you're going to be underwater on his contract, right now the Giants are drunk with spending. They're out there just, we'll take 2 of these and 1 of these and 3 of these, and this is awesome, and we'll figure it out down the road if we happen to need to cut salary. But they're in the other mode now, Mark. So, yeah, go out and get Tucker. Beat the Dodgers to it and have him be your number 6 or 7 hitter.
I think most of our brains go to the Dodgers when you hear something fun like this. It's nothing more than that. This is just a fun idea. But it came out of the mouth of someone who covers this stuff real damn closely, and we're only in June, so free agency is still half a year away before this is going to become something, and all kinds of info will take place between now and then, such as, well, how'd you do? How's it going? Did you dip your toe in the water? Did you make the playoffs? Did you make a run when you made the playoffs? All of that has to sort of be sorted out. But our minds go to, this is how you need to compete with the Dodgers. And my mind went 2 places. That's true in terms of baseball. But stop thinking about baseball for a minute. And who are the Giants competing with? And why would stuff like this start to make sense? Mission Rock Project.
Yep.
Entertainment, Bay Area. The Giants would do something like this because they're competing with the Warriors and the 49ers. That's kind of why what I started to think about with this trade. Rafi Devers, what did you say to Greg Johnson, Buster? What'd you say to him when you walked in there and you went, $254 million, Greg. Let's go.
I'm going to need you to eat it.
I'm going to need you to spend all this.
You're going to have to eat the whole thing, Greg.
Did Buster say, because I think, he'll get 270, and I think, wins above it, we'll probably win 88 games instead of 85. Was that the conversation? Or did he, put a report on Greg's desk and go, hey, dude, I don't know if you're looking around. Jimmy Butler's here. Steph's here.
Yep.
Draymond's here. McCaffrey's here. Niners have a quarterback now. They've got Bosa. They're doing this, that, and the other. They've got stars. Greg, we got to open up the books and get all the stars for baseball reasons and for all the non-baseball reasons.